We're almost home free. Sub-level 13 of the Hole of Heroes. We'll definitely finish the cave at the end of this video. The bad news is we've got another boss rematch. And this one is quite difficult. Does that orb look familiar? Well, it should. Because it's definitely something we've encountered before. But this time, we'll only be able to use our blue Pikmin. First things first, take the rest of the squadron and have them hide in a corner. This is the best candidate. When you are ready, approach the boss. Yes, indeed! It's the long-awaited return of the man at legs, and it is back and angrier than ever. Oh, you're telling me you forgot the man at legs? Well, it's simple. It's the boss that's got a freaking machine gun. I'm gonna go ahead and use a red spray because I want to take this guy out as quickly as possible. The process for defeating it remains roughly the same. Attack, run away when it brings out its gun, wait, and then attack all over again. Because it's surrounded by water, you can only effectively battle it with blue Pikmin. Alright, let's go ahead and attack you again. Oh, that cycle was a little bit better than the first one. I find that if you stand in this gap, the boss cannot reach you, despite how close it is. Alright, let's go ahead and attack you again. You, sir, are a jerk. Did anyone ever tell you that? You don't want to stand too far away from it because then the launcher will overtake you and he'll shoot down your troops. And if you run out of blue Pikmin, well then you're pretty much screwed. Alright, we are almost done, and so far we haven't suffered any losses. That's good. You may want to consider using the Queen Candy Pop Bud on sub-level 2 to create more blue Pikmin if you are running low. Come on, come on, come on, go down, go down! That's what I'm talking about! Kaboom! And he left behind a prize for us. It's yet another Rob block, or a gyro block as the ship calls it. Where is the hole to the next sub-level? Oh, by the way, this section of land is also good for hiding from the man at legs. I'm kind of surprised I got through that without any deaths. Usually the man at legs gives me a world of trouble. Worth 80 gyro block, worth 80 pokos, excuse me, this is the memorable gyro block. And let's face it, bosses don't come as memorable as the man at legs. Wouldn't it be nice if we had 80 gyro blocks? That would be worth exactly 6,400 pokos worth of treasure. Anywho, enough mathematics. Let's move on to the next sub-level. We started with bublorbs, and now we're fighting arachnorbs. And the fun doesn't stop at sub-level 14 because yet another familiar face waits for us. Just like the man at legs, it's an arachnorb boss. How do I know this? Because there are dweevils everywhere. Okay, the first thing we need to do is we need to bring our yellow Pikmin with us. Once again, the rest of the squadron will hide away. We have quite a few dweevils that need to be taken down. Then again, you might not need to take them down, provided they don't steal the treasure, that is. And I just took out that fiery dweevil for the heck of it. Alright, where are you? You're hiding here somewhere. On second thought, we might need to use the blues instead. So, Mr. President, that's gonna be your job. The blues are the stars of this video, apparently. All right, where are you? Ah! Hello there! Long time no see, beady long legs. Thankfully, you are a lot easier than the man at legs because you don't have any projectile weapons, but this plant is getting in my way, or field of vision, I should say. All right. Ideally, yellows are the best color of Pikmin to use against beady longlegs, but in this case, he decided to drop near the water. So blues it is. All right, where are you? There you go. Why am I asking where he is? He's right above me. The process for defeating beady longlegs is exactly the same. He'll stomp 8 times, lower itself, and then you can throw Pikmin onto him. Also, make sure the Pikmin don't attack his feet. That will lead to disaster. This would be a lot quicker if I could use yellow Pikmin, but this is why we can't have nice things, I guess. You might want to consider taking out the other dweevils, because they won't impede your progress on beady longlegs per se, but they can make carrying back the treasure a bit of a pain. In retrospect, I probably should have brought a smaller squadron of Pikmin with me, because when it comes to beady longlegs, less is best, and wow, I missed every single shot. That was pathetic. All right, I think you're gonna lower. Yes, you are. And you are almost out of HP. That is good. As long as you stay directly beneath the boss while he's stomping, he won't be able to hit you. Oh, jeez. No, 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 no. Okay. How embarrassing would it be if I were to lose a Pikmin to beady longlegs and not the man at legs? Because this dude is leagues easier, and ironically, it's taking me longer to defeat him. No, I don't want you attacking the legs. That is a recipe for disaster. I know I've said that again, but I reiterate. All right, just lower yourself already and stop stomping. All right, there we go. Okay, at long last, it goes down. If it takes that long, I'd hate to see how the next sub-level turns out. Because guess what? We have yet another arachnorb boss waiting for us. And if you thought beady longlegs was massive, oh my, you ain't seen nothing yet. Worth 80 Pokos, our final gyro block is the Fond Gyro block. I believe the colors of the gyro blocks resemble the real-life colors of the Rob blocks. Okay, we are done here. The question is, oh, there's the hold to the next sub-level right next to where the ship is. I am losing it. It is official. I have gone nuts. Except now that I think about it, I went nuts a long time ago. Well, we finally made it to the home stretch. Sub-level 15 of the Hole of Heroes. Final floor! At long last, our journey has come to an end. The first thing we want to do is clear this gate. Yes, there is an egg, but we won't be using it just yet. We'll also need to clear this gate as well. There's a chance the squadron could get deflowered. In fact, there's a very high probability of that happening. So when you are ready, enter the arena to find jelly floats? Okay, we went from bublorbs to arachnorbs to jelly floats. An unusual, if not odd, transition. All right, 1 down and 3 to go. We have both lesser and greater spotted jelly floats to deal with. Remember, the greater spotted jelly floats can absorb your captains as well, and they also have more HP to boot. And we just need to wait until you die. There we go. I guess we might as well deal with you while we're at it. Just a quick reminder, it takes an eternity for your Pikmin to die inside a jelly float. But it can still happen, so you want to take them out. Once again, I love how the jelly floats die, flying through the air and popping. It's pretty cool. And beautiful in a strange way. All right. Let's go ahead and take out the last jelly float. Highly recommended that you do this because you don't want them getting in the way of the boss. Speaking of which, in preparation for the boss, let's go ahead and bust open those 2 eggs. Quite a few leaves in our squadron, and that's not what we want. All right, there's 1 spot of nectar. Let's see how many we can flower up. Did we get everybody? Oh, no, I do see a leaf in our mix. Or midst, or whatever it is. It's midst. Okay, I was hoping for nectar, but that will also do nicely. All right, Olimar, come on over. Let's get 2 more sprays for the price of 1. All right, there's 1 and there's 2. Okay. Let's dismiss the squadron, and we'll take the reds. We'll also take a few purples with us as well. All right, I guess we can take all of them. On second thought, let's only take a few. Because believe it or not, we want to use a small group of Pikmin in preparation for this boss. As usual, the rest of the squadron will stand by. Does this layout look familiar? It should. It's a web pattern. Much like the final floor in the Citadel of Spiders. But does that mean Beady Longlegs will serve as our boss? Survey says no! Say hello to the Raging Longlegs. It is essentially Beady Longlegs on steroids. As you can see, its feet are massive. So he has a lot more hitting room. And when he shakes off your Pikmin, it'll start stomping furiously around the arena. Make sure you are at a safe distance. Now, because its torso is so large, any Pikmin can hit it at any given time. Alright, I'm going to whistle you guys back because I don't want you guys getting squished. The Raging Longlegs has the most health of any boss in the entire game. Yes! Even the final boss doesn't have as much HP. Overall, it's pretty simple as long as you're patient. Case in point, he went down like nothing. You would think for such a tough boss, or a tough cave I should say, we would have an equally tough boss. No, Raging Longlegs is quite simple. And take a look at the treasure he dropped. If you're a Nintendo fan, or if you've played Smash, you should know what this is. It's the head of Rob. And it was inside Raging Longlegs? Okay, that is a fate too gruesome to think about. However, this also has one of my favorite treasure names. In fact, it might even be my favorite. Worth 250 Pokos, this is the Remembered Old Buddy. Because Rob in real life was an acronym for Robotic Operating Buddy. I just love little touches like that. We're done. We've finally reached the end of the Hole of Heroes. And man, what a journey it has been. Let's go ahead and check our progress. Yep, we got all 13 treasures, only lost 1 Pikmin. That is pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. Well, we did it. The second cave in the Wistful Wild completed. and also the longest cave in the game. Yes, not even the final cave of the game is that long, but it is just as difficult. Wow. We made a lot of progress today. Scored 2 treasures, completed another cave, and there's really not much left for us to do, to be honest. So I think we're going to head directly to sunset. Yep, I said we're going to head to sunset. Very good. Well, this day was a resounding success. We only lost 1 Pikmin, I think, today. We haven't been losing that many Pikmin in the caves, which is surprising. And the Gatling Groink had none, as well as those 2 blowhogs. All right, let's take a look at today's report. So first of all, we collected a whole lot of treasure, I have to say. 2,360 Pokos worth of treasure, so now we're up to over 21,000. Again, money is pointless at this point. Our yellow population increased exponentially. In fact, now we have more yellows than we do reds. So that's pretty cool. Spam? I am so lonely. I want a friend that'll listen to my troubles. I want to meet someone like you. Contact me at http://www.pikmin.com. Ooh, ominous. What could that be, I wonder? Well, we can talk about that later. Right now, let's take a look at the Picklopedia. Yes, we did register the Lapis Lazuli Candy Pop Bud, but let's take a look at the Raging Longlegs. Raging Longlegs, Pseudoarachnia furiendis, arachnorb family. Arachnorbs boast a wondrous biological composition with a silicon-based exoskeleton and innards coated with malleable heavy metals. However, much about these creatures remains a mystery, as specimens regularly explode when they are dissected. These explosions produce scorching flames that completely melt all internal organs, leaving us with a disappointing lack of information on the inner workings of the species. We must await the development of new dissection processes and more specialized research before we can better understand this enigmatic creature. However, the following observation notes have been recorded. Appears to be leveling terrain for some unknown purpose. Location of eyes and ears not readily apparent. Freezing a specimen may yield new research opportunities. Let's hear what Louis has to say. Neither boiling nor baking can diminish this creature's overpowering musky scent, only suitable for serving to unpleasant in-laws. And Louis makes me laugh once again. We've got some new series that we've unlocked. You've collected the Xenoflora series. Botanists will fog their spectacles over these wonders. But that's not all. You've collected the Modern Amenities series. Advanced technology or worthless junk. You've collected the Crystallized Emotions series. With a flashy name, you can sell anything. And it looks like that was it. Let's take a look at the Treasure Gyro block. Yesterday we ventured into a spooky hole. Previously, all of the organisms we'd encountered were massed together in one cave. Had I not divided the Pikmin by color and utilized their unique abilities, I would never have made it out alive. In memory of my daring adventure, I've named that hole the Hole of Heroes. And you are definitely a hero, Olimar. I also want to check out the Remembered Old Buddy. I can't believe I had the fortune to find this thing buried underground. It looks like a component of a huge mechanical doll. It looks just like a part from a robot in a cartoon I used to watch as a kid. How nostalgic. This futuristic machine makes me feel like I've traveled back in time. Well, I think that's pretty much all we need to look at. So let's go ahead and end the video right here. Next time on Let's Play Pikmin 2, we are going to head back to the Wistful Wild, where we will recover the rest of the topside treasures and explore the final cave in the game. See you guys next time.